baby, but
No problem. We are now live here on my indie interview channel.
woo,
Hi, it's myself in comics, aka Bianca. Hello. Today we have Aaron and Alex. Together they worked on Sticks and Stones Holiday Special.
yes,
Woot woot. Let me move my
fantastic.
tab. So it's a 28-page victorious romp through three Jewish holiday mysteries, and then you can correct me if I pronounce them wrong. Purim, Purim,
Yeah, Purim.
Passover, and Hanukkah.
You
Perfect.
got it. You live in Florida, so you're halfway there.
Yeah,
Yay! And then that would even make your, was it Bubbit plots?
booby.
Yes, your booby.
Bubby plots. And what does that
To
mean?
grandma.
Your grandma.
I was so close. I was thinking grandpa for some reason,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
you
was
were
like,
close.
I was close. I was halfway there. And then this launched this morning, and it's already funded with
Can you believe
52
it?
backers and 29 days to go. Congrats, you
Yeah, we
guys. Yay.
thank you. Yeah, we feel very lucky.
It doesn't happen very often for Aaron and I, but we're genuinely speechless. I think when we get funded, it was
Yeah,
kind of
if I
overwhelming.
get one thing to go our way this week, I'm glad it was this.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy because it's true. Like I, as much as I've done these, unless you like have a pretty big audience or have gained enough of an audience, which sometimes takes a few years, this doesn't happen so much. It's almost pretty rare. So I'm
Yeah,
super happy, guys.
that's what we've been hearing today. I've been a happy recipient of some texts and communications from people in the community who I know, and it's just been really supportive and lovely of our launch day. So it's really appreciated.
Yeah, it's been overwhelming, like I said, in a lot of ways. Being kind of our first time out in this sort of venue, we weren't really sure what to expect from our first day, and we've been lucky to have some wonderful people on our team helping us. But yeah, even I don't think they were expecting that necessarily. The conventional wisdom was like the first 48 hours and the last 40 hours are really important. So by those standards, luckily we seem to be doing all right.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll take the day, and then we'll see where it goes from here. We got
Yeah,
29 more.
got a few
Exactly.
more. Yeah.
And so, and it's located in Portland, Oregon. We have the story holiday special, Sticks and Stones, and get ready to laugh your tuchus off from the hilarity, witty minds of Aaron Cohen and Alex Schumacher.
Yeah.
It comes the Sticks and Stones Holiday Special, a notorious romp through three 8-page Jewish holiday mysteries for the whole family. This is not your Bubba's comic book, even though she'll probably love it too. And I have to say that I already love this character so much. He's so
Thanks.
boxy. And then what made you guys want to do a holiday special?
Well, it's interesting because, we originally, you and I talked about this a little bit even before we went live, was the original short we did was for the Cloakroom Holiday Anthology, and I had written a Passover story for the anthology. And holiday anthologies are usually a gamut of different holidays, different religions, non-religious holidays, so you can have a anthology with like Christmas and Easter and Halloween and Valentine's Day and, what have you. But there wasn't always a lot of Jewish holidays in these anthologies. So I thought a Passover story would be great. And then while working on that, yeah, Alex and I met, and then we worked on that story together and created these characters and just kind of fell in love with them and said we should continue this beyond this story. Um, and then I thought having the first way we introduce these characters be a holiday special would be kind of fun and kind of cool. And I never had a holiday book that was all Jewish holidays growing up, so we made one.
Yeah, and Aaron and I have talked about too, things that, two big influences or sort of big, happy associations in our formative years were, the holiday episodes of like animated series, or, the holiday specials of things like Looney Tunes and Peanuts. And so this was, a little bit of this was kind of, you know, engineering our own version of those with our characters, and it's sort of, introducing them to a lot of people, feet into the fire, right away. And it's sort of a fun way to introduce them, though, because it's chaos, but it's affectionate and endearing chaos, hopefully.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really a love letter to our families, a love letter
Yeah.
to all crazy families at holidays that just, that one aunt, that one cousin, that one brother or sister, right? Feeling that you don't want to be there, feeling that you do want to be there. It's like all these things that are associated, we just want to try to make feel seen, through these hilarious, kind of comedic moments.
Cool. And I think it's very interesting because I've I've known of Hanukkah. I don't want to say recently. I want to say in the past couple of years, I've always seen the word Passover on my calendar, and I keep wondering what the heck that is, and I'm like, what are we passing over? And then
Yeah.
I end up having like Jewish friends, and they're like, "Hey, it's Passover, celebrate." And I'm like, "Oh, it's a Jewish holiday." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Don't know what it is, but congrats." And then Purim is the first time I've ever heard of that in my life. Can you guys describe the holidays, Purim, Hanukkah, and Passover? Not in that order exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Which one do we want to take first? I mean,
Well, I think,
Hanukkah is
yeah, sure.
Hanukkah is the holiday associated. It's in winter. It's associated with the Maccabees.
And
But
it's
the
close to
most
Christmas, so everybody thinks it's the biggest one.
Yeah, but it's
Mm.
it's it, it's not as big of a holiday as Passover is a bigger holiday, and then holidays we
Oh.
don't represent in the book, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. Those are larger, um, religious holidays in Judaism. But Hanukkah is, known for like the miracle of the lamp, where we had a lamp and it only had enough oil to last one night, and then the oil lasted for 8 nights, and that's why there's 8 nights of Hanukkah, right? And they consider that a Hanukkah miracle. Um, so those are things associated. And then they really tied it into things with, gift giving and other stuff like that. Um, and then which one do you want to go to next? Alex, you want to take currently it's Passover.
Yeah, let's do Passover since we're here. So our comic is not only entertaining, but it's also educational. We do have a little bit. It's not, super pedantic or anything, but we definitely, wanted to include some information. So it's, Aaron has said oftentimes that this is sort of the jumping off point for people who don't know much about Judaism. So we try to include, some information at least, but make it fun. So Passover is essentially the celebration of the Jews' freedom from slavery in Egypt. So the tradition is we have a big dinner called the Seder, and it has a service associated with it. And it's like a lot of other Jewish holidays. It's basically they tried to kill us, they did not succeed. Let's eat and drink. So Passover is a lot of that, but it's the religion, or it's the holiday associated with the Ten Commandments too, or with a lot of those tenets anyway. So yeah, that's kind of what we celebrate during that time, is sort of the freedom of our people, or the liberation of our people, during that time. So the Passover, I think you were asking about, what does that refer to? When when God was bringing the plagues down on Egypt, one of the things that he did was smite the firstborn. This is well known. And so to the Jews, he told them to put an X over their door in lamb's blood, so the angel of death would literally pass over their houses instead of smiting their firstborn. So that's where that the name and that idea comes from.
Oh, I remember that story. Oh my gosh. Well, happy Passover.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So Passover. And then, we were going to do like, you can't pass over our Kickstarter, but, it's Passover right now.
pass through the Kickstarter and back
Exactly.
it. That's what you should be doing. And hello, Blizzy. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
Blizzy.
Blizzy says that this is
Lizzie,
an interesting premise.
Thank you.
thanks.
Very kind.
And then we have the last one, Purim.
Yeah, so
Purim.
Purim essentially is a kind of a celebration of the Jews, um, escaping a royal decree of death from Haman, right? So it's sort of this more of a celebratory holiday where you have things like you do skits and there's costume parties and things like that, and that's how it's celebrated. Um, which is really fun. It's kind of, there's a lot of like little events you can do. So I remember doing little plays and skits and sketches during Purim. I don't know if you ever did that, Alex.
Plays and sketches for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I need to like the dressing up. Yeah.
yeah, but we did that growing up, and the same thing with having like people would wear costumes. Sometimes it was, kind of like costumes of the age, of the holiday, costume stuff, but then became costumes like anything you want, you know. So people would just show up in, as an astronaut or whatever costume they would like as well, sometimes depending.
Became
Um,
everything for Jews. Yeah.
yeah. So it's kind of all three of these stories. What's interesting is all three of these holidays lend themselves also to the conceit of our stories, which are these mysteries, right? So, I thought it would be a great end to all these stories to have this main character really interested in solving mysteries, kind of like Scooby-Doo-ish, right? But he's a little more hardcore, a little more like he's a PI or like a little mobster, like you can tell there. And he, uses the holidays to sort of assert himself and try to solve these things that might not necessarily be that big of a deal, but they are to him.
He likes to contrive of certain situations
Yeah.
to solve.
So the thing with Purim that's fun is you're trying to solve a mystery, but who is it? Everybody's in a costume and you don't know who's who, right?
Ooh, I love that. I love these holidays. These are so interesting. It's almost like the Hanukkah and the Purim almost reminds me of like a Christmas Halloween thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah.
Yeah, I
And then,
I could see the train of thought. I mean, the idea is that everyone where they are and where they're placed to, in the calendar too, kind of makes a comparison, and that's why Hanukkah and Christmas sort of are hand in hand. Except the Hanukkah dates, because the Jewish calendar is always moving. Hanukkah could be anywhere on the calendar, and we have to look year to year to see where it lands.
Yeah.
Um,
oh,
sometimes it lands end of November, and everyone's thrown off. Everyone
Yeah.
gets completely thrown off. Yeah.
The old
so
joke
it's
is if you
never
want
on
to,
the same.
yeah, the joke is if you want to know when a Jewish holiday occurs, don't ask a Jew.
I'm so glad you guys made this story because somebody like myself is very interested in like very comical family stories, and if there's like an education kind of thing, whether it's for religion or something else, that is like usually my go-to stories, like reading, watching, all that kind of stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Awesome.
should too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
something that was really important to both of us, and me in writing it, and I know Alex on the art end, is creating these stories that are also they're universal. So the idea that I always find the more specific you are about an experience, the more people can relate to it in a universal way. Oh, I have an aunt like that, or I have a character like this, or I have an experience like this, and holidays and families across the board have a lot of similarities for what happens around a huge dinner table with 10 people who don't see each other except around the holidays, right? A lot of that is universal. The same thing with a lot of different cultures and a lot of other, immigrant families where it's always centered on multi-generational holidays and tables and a lot of eating and a lot of grandmas, making the grandkids eat more than they would originally plan on. It's just the way it is.
And
Um,
paranoia.
yeah. So, what everyone has in common, I feel, is a key to these kind of comedic stories to kind of bring out the commonality in everybody, especially during, this day and age.
True, I agree. Oh, right. So let's go through the campaign a little bit more.
Do it.
So we have a Schticks and Stones will take you through the adventures of the Feynman family. We have Ben and Mark lead their extended family on 3 comedic whodunit adventures, highlighting what makes Purim. Am I pronouncing that right again? Purim.
Yeah, Purim.
Purim. Purim, Passover, and Hanukkah special, and what makes every family unique and entertaining. In the spirit of classic Sunday funnies and cartoons, Schticks and Stones entertains, educates, and holds a mirror up so you can hopefully see some of your own family in its reflection. It's time to meet the... Wait, what's that word? Mishpocha?
There you go. Alex, take it. This is your word. You love it.
Almost mishpocha. It means
Mishpocha.
mishpocha means family. It's Yiddish.
No.
I mean, specifically, it means like extended family. Like the mishpocha is the whole brigade, the whole brood.
Oh, okay. So it's like in-laws as well, yes?
In-laws, cousins,
Yeah.
aunts, uncles, second
Cousins,
cousins, twice removed,
kids of cousins,
mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, classmates, ex-roommates, cousins.
the friend that you've known, the friend that you know forever that you call uncle, but isn't really your uncle. Like those, it's like everybody. Yeah.
I've had cousins that weren't really my cousins.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so when I found that out, it was devastating.
you're like, what do you mean?
No, that's what it was. I was like, what do you mean you're not my cousin? What have we been doing all these years? And they're like, our families are just, been friends for like a generation or so.
It's,
like,
related family and chosen family, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Blood doesn't mean not family.
Right. And I was like, even though I was sad, I was like, you're still my family.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, you got the whole family, the whole mishpucha.
I gotta add my Latin.
It's all derived from really rough sounding like Eastern European languages, so I understand why people have a rough time with it if you didn't grow up hearing it.
But you're going to take this to your other Floridian friends over there, and it's going to be like...
They're going to love it.
Yeah.
2/3 of Jews in America, I think, are in Florida.
I don't have any Jewish friends in Florida, though.
All right, I'll make some phone calls for you.
Yay! And so for StreamYard, what we are in right now, since I'm the host, I have to constantly go back and forth to make sure everything's going well on the StreamYard end, and then go back to the Kickstarter. So sometimes there'll be some comments I missed. Sometimes I have no idea what the heck is going on over here. So it'll be okay. So if you guys are talking and I interrupt you, I am so sorry. I cannot see you speak.
No, it's okay.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It'll make it lively.
Exactly. And so because we literally started this morning, we're still on the early bird campaign.
Yeah.
I know. Now is a great time to get in, because those early birds will last till tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah.
48 hours. That's what you got.
Yep.
Only 48 hours. So cover A, cover B, $10, and cover C for $12. Only 48 hours. And less than it takes little Morty to finish the 4 questions. Jump in before the deal parts like the Red Sea. I got the Red Sea part, at least.
Yes, that's a pretty good universal part.
Yeah. If you're gonna use a part, you might as well use the Red Sea.
Exactly. And then who's little Morty, and why is he finishing 4 questions?
You know little Morty. He's that guy. He's that little kid.
He's any little kid. So the thing about the 4 questions are part of Passover, and they are part of the Haggadah that you read during Passover. And the youngest member of the family is the one who has to ask the 4 questions out loud at the table. So that's why it's little Morty, because he's the youngest who has to do it.
Oh. No, make the older one do it.
Well, that's always the thing. And it's always the youngest one, and then you get in the conversation of the youngest relatives is always like, well, I'm not technically the youngest, this person is the youngest. And it's like, well, they
Right.
can't talk. They can't talk yet. So they
Yeah.
can't do the 4 questions. And you're like, well, that's not my problem. I'm not the youngest. It's like, yeah, and that goes on and on.
Oh.
Yeah.
It has been for
Excuses.
Millennia. So the youngest who is able to do the 4 questions is the one who has to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, putting them on the spot. No.
Wild thing
It
is
is.
they
It's
change every single year. No, I'm kidding. It's always
yeah.
questions.
Well, that's
But
the thing. If you're the youngest, you're always the youngest, and then someone else has another kid.
Yeah.
So that's it. You're stuck.
No. Can the dog count if they adopt a dog or a puppy? That's considered the youngest, and the dog can just do it.
Can't do it. It would be adorable, but
It would be adorable, and if you found a puppy who could recite the 4 questions, you'd also probably make a lot of money.
True.
there is stuff online if on like some of the streaming videos on TikTok or IG that have there's dogs that do like Jewish services. They have like little dachshunds with yarmulkes on. I think they have like their own account. They must have like their own account or something. Have you ever seen those, Alex?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're
Pretty
oddly
cute.
adorable, and I don't
Yeah.
want to admit to stopping on it all the time, but I
I
do.
know. It's all right.
I agree. They're
All right, we all do.
super adorable. Right now, they
Yeah.
got buttons. You have these buttons, and you talk through the buttons. And so when the dog presses on one, that's what the command will be or word. Like they would voice.
Oh, I've seen that.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. what
Yeah.
you're talking
They're like food. So if the dog
Mhm.
presses the button, it says food and they want food. If I had that for my dog, she would abuse that so badly. So just have a few buttons, like maybe 4, and then recite the questions. The dog will press every one of them.
That's it.
That'd be
Each button is one whole question. I think we're on to something.
I think we're on to something too.
Yes.
They still do a lot more than just dogs, let me tell you.
Cats, come on, join in. We'll
Yeah.
take possums and raccoons too. They got like human-like hands. They can press things.
I think that would be it's like the easy button, the old easy button from whatever it was, Office Depot.
That was
or whatever it
easy.
was.
That was easy.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, that took me back from middle school. I liked that button and hated it at the same time because people would abuse it.
It would be a highly abused button.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
And then this is as seen as Scott Snyder presents The Cloakroom. If anybody remembers, like maybe a year ago, probably. I don't know when this was, but we interviewed Jerry. Sorry, Jeremy, if I said your name. Because he's my mod. I have a mod named Jeremy. And Jerry did a Kickstarter for the Cloakroom, and we interviewed him, and he was great.
Yeah.
And this is a continued thing that they do, and so we have the Cloakroom number 3, which is where your first anthology issue came from. Congrats!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was where we first all met. That's
Yeah,
where it happened.
First collab.
Yeah,
Yay!
and I mentioned before also with Ralph, who is our colorist. That's also where we all first worked together, and Ralph has also stuck with us on these adventures. So he's also the colorist on the new book.
Yay!
And you can see how he elevates the page. So it's wonderful that we have him along with us too.
Agreed. And he's not here today, but we will love him in spirit.
Yes, he is based in Germany, so it is very late for him right now. Yeah.
I was going to say, to reassure everybody, he is alive. He's just not on the show with us.
the coloring ghost is difficult, but it's something else we're working on.
It's like the Elijah of colorists.
Yes.
That's funny. I have a German friend they sometimes like to come by and say hello, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I know it's late for you. You have insomnia, so welcome.
Yeah, we've found that Ralph is actually pretty available at almost any time of day. We're not sure when he sleeps, but he gets a lot of work done.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I get notes from him on things like at random times. Like he can't be awake, and then I
No,
feel bad like sending a note back. I'm like, he has to be sleeping now, but I'll send it anyway. Yeah,
an immediate
They'll
response.
check it out later. Check
Yeah.
later.
Get to this when you can. Yeah.
Right.
And then, so Crime and Passover, was that the original name before you changed it?
Yeah, so that's the name of the story. So each individual holiday has its own title for a story because we're kind of doing a Sunday Funny style where it has every story is its own little standalone, and then it's connected by the character's retelling of it, which is kind of holiday special-ish, right?
Yeah.
So the main character is retelling these holidays and what happened. So this retelling is Crime and Passover, which is the Passover story. The Hanukkah one is called 8, which is sort of the it's going to be the Feynman version of the movie 7, only 8, and then
A
the
little less
Purim one's
gory.
called Rich Dad Purim Dad. Yes, a little less gory, a lot less.
Oh, nice. And then, of course, this holiday special adds 2 brand new 8-page holiday comics and 4 new pages of overarching connected story called Schmoozing with Ella in a gorgeous saddle stitch comic. What is a saddle stitch comic, by the way?
I can throw that to Alex, but he'll explain it well.
I actually don't know how to explain
No,
a saddle
okay,
stitch.
it's the binding. So
It's the
there's
binding. I think
different
the saddle
bindings
stitch is
on
like-
comics. Saddle stitch is where it's folded and you have the staples down the side. Just saddle stitch comic with the
Oh,
that's how it's stitched together, versus something that is more of a prestige format where it's a square binding, which has usually 50 something pages to it, like the Cloakrooms. The Cloakrooms had a square binding, the original ones, and then it switched to saddle stitch on the latter ones.
ooh, that's pretty cool.
And with
Looks
this,
like we got a question by from the audience. Blizzy asks, question to the panel. How many years did it take you to make this?
It's a good question because it's about our family. So how old are we? No, it's it's you have to live it first.
yeah.
Then you have to take it in. We're finishing it up. So we're about a little over a third of the way done with the whole project, and then working on it currently. So, we're excited about where it's at right now. But, the writing of it, it just takes as long as it takes after I do the outline, I write that. It doesn't take that long. So it didn't take years. I would say the whole thing end to end is probably 1 year between ideation to completion.
Because there was a bit of a gap in between too, because we did Crime and Passover, and then we worked on another story together before we decided to take Feynman Family into its own collection. So it wasn't like a year consecutively, but yeah, when you come down to what we've accomplished so far, it's probably about a year.
And the actual production of it, less so.
Yeah.
And then a lot of hard family living.
Yeah.
So production, well, actually, I think that's pretty good for production to last longer than actually making the book.
Yeah.
Rather than the same amount of time or longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think any
guess
kind of creation too, it can live in your head for a long time, even before you decide to commit to it,
Yeah.
Right.
Which is also part of writing. That's an important part of writing, is when we're sort of in our heads and like imagining these things, and that could be passed off as like daydreaming or something sometimes. But that's such an important part of creating, to allow ourselves that space to do that. So yeah, like Aaron said, I mean, that can live there for years before you actually put it down.
Yeah, what's interesting about that, to build on what Alex said too, which he's totally right, is a lot of the time is spent doing that. The actual, if we're talking about writing or art, on the writing end of things, the writing part of it, actually physically doing it takes less time the more time you spend thinking on it, and the more time you spend coming up with bits and lines and notes and things you're writing down and scenarios. And then by the time you actually sit down to legitimately say, here's a panel and here's a thing and here's what's happening, you already have it sort of figured out in your head. So you're
Yeah.
you're pouring it into the mold you already created in some ways.
Oh, since this was already part of the cloakroom, you guys just had to add 8 new pages or so, sorry, 2 brand new 8 pages. So like 16 pages.
Yeah,
I can do
it's
math.
about to be about 20 pages because we have the other 4-page story as well.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there's 2 never before seen 8-page stories, one never before seen 4-page story, and then once it funded today, it unlocked 2 additional pages of
Ooh.
of Sunday Funnies, where we're using the characters of the Feynmans and actually putting them into comic strips like you would read in the newspaper.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
those little funny comic strips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
so
is going to be super fun. So
Yeah, well,
now it's actually officially a 30-page book, right?
Yay!
yeah,
Yeah.
so the strips will be 2 pages, and we'll have like 3 on each page. So it's technically like 6 new, stories, self-contained things like the newspaper comics. So it's more content than it even sounds, like that. But yeah, we're excited to do that because both Aaron and I are super, fans of newspaper comic strips. We, sort of consider ourselves, historians to some degree. We like, because we both tend to like pore over things and like to go down rabbit holes with things we're interested in, and we both have loved comic strips forever.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
doing that is definitely something that we're like, oh yeah, we're super excited to get into that.
Yeah.
ooh. So I'm also excited because it's now 30 pages instead of 20 something. And then congrats everybody who backed it like literally this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited.
Yeah, thank you all.
And then you guys have so much work to do. Oh my gosh. Probably.
We have a little
More.
work.
We'll just keep adding pages for ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot.
Infinitely.
Aaron is the writer, and then Alex is the artist.
Correct.
I think I forgot to introduce you guys as that in the beginning. I think I
That's
just
okay.
said Aaron and Alex.
We got the alliteration going, so we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be written in the book too. So.
Yay! And then, we're thrilled to announce the incredible Mike Kunkel will be leading his award-winning talents to Schticks and Stones for our mystery cover C with his signature charm, storytelling flair, and unmistakable artistic style. I swear I can read. Mike brings a whole new layer of heart. I swear I can read. I'm a voice actor. I can do this. I
You can do
voice
it.
act, guys.
I also, you can't beat a good layer of heat either.
Yeah.
It helps.
Especially
If you have sore muscles, that's a good layer of heat's nice.
we want to bring the heat to the kids' literature.
More than just the kitchen, guys. We're bringing it to your hearts and everywhere else, into your shower. Put on some Epsom salt in there, and it's gonna be great.
There you go.
So a whole new layer of heart and imagination to the series. This collaboration is a true honor, and we can't wait for readers to experience the magic he brings to the world of Sticks and Stones. And then over here we have the milestones and stretch goals. And we are, of course, past the 2,000 milestone, which is number 1, a desktop screensaver. Love those.
Yes, so that's going to get sent out to everybody.
Yeah, and then we passed the 2,500 one as well.
So we already unlocked the 2 pages of findings, which it's unbelievable for day 1. We're on 3rd milestone. We're on the first official stretch goal, and we're less than $200 away from the stretch goal 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited. And then The stretch goal 1 is bookmarks. Stretch goal 2 is Feynman playing cards. Stretch. Oh my gosh! Stretch goal 3 is cover A holofoils, and then the 4th stretch goal is art prints of cover A, Kickstarter exclusive.
Yeah, which will be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then over here is just some review. Aaron's mom.
These are the
Alex's mom, Aaron's dad.
All the reviews so far are just our families.
Yes, because
I love it so much.
what review is more non-biased than when you ask your family to let you know what they think about the work you're doing? So if you spend time on the page and you read all these reviews, you get an extra layer of insight into our psyches, I think.
And if you read just a little between the lines, you know exactly what the relatives are really saying.
I'm trying so hard. Oh my God. I've never heard of, was that Kilving before?
Oh, kvelling?
Kvelling.
Kvelling means like so much pride. You have you're overwhelmed with pride.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And happiness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go down. All right, cool. That's working. Oh, I forgot my mouse is in the living room. Oh well, I'll use my keyboard. Sorry, my computer mouse, my laptop mouse.
Yeah, not an actual mouse.
Right.
Just running around the living room.
Wreaking havoc on the family.
I used to have
curse you, Ralph.
Rats. So I do love rats.
God. Well, they're good cartoon movie characters. I'll tell you that.
Yes, that's true.
Terrible house guests. Terrible squatters.
Oh my gosh, they are. I feel bad. But sometimes I need them out of my house. And I mean the wild ones, not the ones I have as pets. Those ones are cool. Those ones are good.
Sure.
So this project...
don't confuse the two. It'd be terrible.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, as opposed to the wild ones, yeah. I get
that. Just be like, well, these are the ones wearing hats, and these are not. Yeah.
Just label your boxes of rats carefully. That's all.
Take a Sharpie.
That's
oh no.
Just put a little like a Post-it, like just save a Post-it will help.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need.
Yeah.
True. I agree 100%.
Air holes. Those are important too.
Yes. So this project and characters are born out of our love and respect for our families, Jewish history, and culture. The holiday time is always a time for gathering and making memories and fasting and breaking fast. And we hope these fun stories can add to your family's holiday celebrations as something you can enjoy together. Welcome to the Feynman Juniverse. All of the Jewish family, all the Jewish funny, none of the Jewish guilt. Did you know? Project interior artist and co-creator Alex Schumacher's 2024 middle grade graphic novel, The Effects of Pickled Herring, receives 2 honors from the Center for Jewish History and a mention on the ALA's Best Graphic Novels for Children reading list. Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
So happy for you.
Just pick up the awards from and be like, and here they are. No, we're not going to do this.
I mean, I do have them right here, but I feel like that would be schmaltzy now.
You're like, wait a minute, you mean this?
Yeah, right. This just happened to be right here.
I wish I had coffee. It's too late, though.
I don't think that's a thing for me anymore.
Is that no? Come on now. All right.
Now that's not a thing. Coffee anytime.
It's never half past coffee.
Never.
If only I didn't have like bad anxiety, or sometimes the caffeine wouldn't make me sleep. Sometimes when I drink coffee, it'll make me fall asleep almost instantly. Other times it keeps me awake.
Yes, coffee is the baby blanket of drinks. You just have to hold on to it, and then you're fine.
That's right. It'll keep you warm and comfy.
Yes.
I wish. I will say that I don't remember. It's either hot coffee or cold coffee that does better at the nighttime. I want to say it's hot coffee over cold coffee.
Well, I'm doing it wrong then. I am doing it wrong.
What are you gonna do?
Not the first
survive.
time.
And then this is, I assume, cover A. Oh, I'm guessing he's the big person who's gonna like say, "Hey, there's something going on. We got to figure it out."
Yes, that is Ben. He's at the center of all the mysteries. Is Ben?
Let's go.
Yes, as we say.
And then, are these a sneak peek of what the playing cards for the Feynman playing cards will look like?
Maybe.
Yeah, the playing cards really plays into it well because we got playing cards all over the cover, so we thought that would be super fun. So yeah,
coincidence,
and that's all the family members Alex put on the playing cards.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited! The playing cards look so cool. If they look like this, allegedly,
supposedly.
And then we have the Akira homage for Schticks and Stones, cover B.
And that's by our series colorist and letterer, Ralph Singh. Talented artist in his own right, clearly.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And you see,
yeah, Ralph crushed on that. It's kind of like a Hanukkah Akira cover because you have the menorah and the bike and all the blue presents, and then a dreidel on the back of his coat, like replacing the Akira. He had the pill, I think, on the back of his coat in the actual poster.
I completely forgot the pill in the back of the coat. I'm like, oh my gosh! I was like, what's this doing on here? I'm like, oh, that's right. He had it in his jacket. That's what it was. It's been a while since I've seen that cover.
Yeah, and then the Hebrew, the Hebrew over the title is Hebrew for Schticks. So
like the Akira Japanese over the English one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, question: what does the bike have to do with the holiday?
Not
the bike. It's Hanukkah gift. Yeah. Yeah, the bike is representative of like a Hanukkah present. You know, you would get a present for Hanukkah, so you get like the bike with the gifts and everything else.
But the bike was also a reference to the motorcycle on the Akira. So somebody made it a bike. We made a bicycle because our character's 12.
I was wondering because like I was like, oh, the bike is obviously a homage to the motorcycle. But then when shoot, who was talking? Was it? I'm on the other page. Was it Aaron who is explaining the gift? And then he was like, the gift, the bike, and then the candle. Yes, was it you?
Oh yeah, there's a lot in there. It's
and I was like, oh, the
for Hanukkah you could get a bike as a present.
It was just a bike.
The bike is a big, context clue for sure.
Ooh. It was double. It was just a motorcycle reference, and it's a part of Hanukkah. I want my presents on a bike.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
And I want the bike. Can I get? Am I allowed to?
That's a good looking bike that Ralph put together.
It's a good looking bike.
It is.
It can hold up.
It's very detailed and everything. It can hold like a little thing right here, and then some presents right here, and all that stuff. It's very.
Kind of bikes just always remind me of E.T. So
I was just gonna say, and it's a little Spielbergian, which is definitely I think has some influence on Aaron and I as storytellers.
I still have to see E.T.
You've never seen
E.T.? We'll do that, and then we'll join you again and just talk about E.T.
I think I have to.
The reason I never watched E.T. was because E.T. freaked me out. He looks scary to me.
Adorable. He's a love.
He scared me as a child. I was like, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'd say give him another chance in adulthood. If you're up for it.
Maybe it was his eyes. Maybe it was because he was so wrinkly.
Maybe it was like his long neck that would just be like he could like look
Yeah, that
over.
was like
Who knows?
He also had long
periscope out.
fingers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like one glowed.
it did. There were a lot of things to be freaked out about. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm a little frightened.
Right now, I don't know if I could watch ET again.
So you guys get it. You guys get it. I'm making
Dude, thanks
sense
a lot.
here. Yeah.
There's a lot of movies I think from anyone's youth that I've gone back and watched a bunch of movies from my youth, and it's like you forget the parts that you just don't stick with you, and a lot of those are usually these ones that are all of a sudden, why is this so scary, or why did this person do this? And you just forget those parts sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you do a rewatch, and you're like, oh, this is a lot darker than I remember it being as a movie.
Yeah. No wonder I'm so messed up in the head as an adult.
Yeah, I watched this when I was 11. Yeah.
Exactly.
I saw The Secret of Nim way too young.
Will traumatize you later in life, not early.
That stuff's delayed.
Yeah. Now it's just lifelong. So
Exactly. So back to
someone just messaged me that they just missed my interview, and I'm like, I'm literally doing it right now. I'm still currently doing it. You didn't.
We're here.
It.
Come on and join us.
We're here.
We're here and we're having fun.
We'll be here all night. Probably not, but
we're gonna stay on if you want a live watching a viewing of ET, then stay on longer.
No, not unless
real time reactions.
Oh, I'll get copyrighted. So wait, no, I won't get copyrighted because I'm not monetized. I'm not making money, so they won't care about me.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Oh, and then we have a cover C art by Michael Kunkel.
Yeah,
by Mike Kunkel. Yeah, and that's going to be amazing. That's we're gonna do a reveal on that mid campaign, and that's going to be super exciting. And Mike's won Eisner Awards and Ignatz Awards and Annie Awards. He's just stellar.
Works for everybody to think of. He's incredible. He's going to knock some socks off.
Nice.
Yeah, seeing anyone else take over your characters like that is always exciting to see a different interpretation.
Yeah, and especially when we're such both Aaron and I are such fans of his from back in the day when he first was self-publishing, which was like 20 years ago at this point or so. So it's kind of a very cool full circle moment for us, I think.
Agreed. And then we get to look at some interiors. Does that say the word dog on there?
Where I can't even
Oh God, I believe it's no, it's what is on the Seder plate?
That is Hebrew.
Oh, Pesach.
That's Hebrew.
It's Pesach.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's Passover in Hebrew.
I thought it was a DOG.
No, that's Hebrew.
Upside down, it's a GOD.
It's just it's like who spelled God backwards on this? Yeah,
right. We're down with God, but that says Pesach.
That's a very small. It's just 3 words, and it means that big word.
Mm-hmm.
3 letters, and it means that big word.
Yeah, it's like I like it. When you watch movies and then someone's trying to interpret for somebody else, and they talk forever and whatever in a different language than they're interpreting into, and then the person interpreting it just says 3 words back for like something that lasted a long time.
Right.
Oh, it cracks me up.
Yep. It's the same kind of thing.
And then I love all the art here. And then you have this guy, and this guy's he's just that guy,
Okay.
Yeah, Ben is definitely a character.
He's our mini Bugsy Siegel.
That sounds familiar.
That's a gangster.
He's a gangster, yes. He's a well-known gangster.
Specifically a Jewish gangster.
How long ago?
Long enough to where he was part of the cohort that helped found Las Vegas. Or
and when was that?
Before the 40s?
I think it was a little before the 40s.
30s.
1920s?
Now I'm looking.
It's probably the 20s or 30s.
Ooh. That's an old gangster.
He's an old gangster, but he's one of the, I think, the most infamous of the Jewish mobsters. And there are more than you would think, by the way. We were.
Oh, here we go. He was born in 1906.
Oh wow.
And then
Cool.
he was assassinated in 1947.
Hmm.
At least that's what my phone's telling me.
Yeah, I believe you're.
So he died in his 40s.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we fashioned him after some, it's obviously a very, mafia influence. Aaron is also in the film and TV industry and loves a good noir and mobster movie, and I'm a fan of movies, love all of that as well. So it was fun to inject some of that in there with our shared love of a number of things, really.
Yeah, like a little bit of, it's like Looney Tunes meets Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of put a little bit of everything in there. So instead of like Goodfellas, where they talk a lot in, Italian and Italian slang and different things to each other, Ben uses Yiddish.
Yep.
Right. So.
That's cool. Oh, hello, Black Phoenix. Hello, welcome. You made it. I'm glad you didn't miss it.
You didn't miss it. We're still here.
Were they the ones that were looking for it?
You missed part of it. We'll start over.
Yeah. We could do another Type 51. That's fine.
It's fine.
All right, guys. Myself and Comics here with Schticks and Stones Holiday Special, 28-page righteous romp through 3 Jewish holiday mysteries.
At least refresh it to see if we've made more money.
Apparently, it's supposed to automatically refresh.
Oh.
I think we're at 2,800
No, you have to refresh
now.
it the way it works now, I think.
Yeah.
They changed it. They always change things up on me.
I don't know.
I don't know what this means.
Now it went crazy. Yeah.
2 Delameter 802. Guys, we made it to 2 Delameter 802. Oh my gosh.
That was the first stretch goal.
You broke the system. You got the special Delameter cover.
This is what happens when two Jews team up. You just can't take all of that energy.
And I've never seen this in my life before.
No. $2.
And I love it.
802. It sounds like a really bad. You know what it sounds like is one of the passwords that would be generated when you're first setting up an account. It's like wrong password.
It is. So you need a symbol, 1 capital letter.
Yeah, exactly.
One special character.
I'm so curious as to what that is. That's funny.
Let me refresh again to see what happens.
I hope we.
Whoa!
Oh, you got to prove you're a human now.
All right. Oh, jeez.
We're gonna be here forever.
Site all day.
That's one of the toughest things for me.
All right.
There we go.
Hey.
I could have sworn that before we were at 2,502, but were we always at 2,802?
I think we were.
I think we were. We started maybe. I think we were.
But
I'll double check after the stream.
Click on it. Click on it after the show because those early birds are only going to last so long.
Yeah,
that's true. We got some early bird specials. They last 48 hours. Now less than 48 hours, which will have cover A, B, $10, cover C, $12. Woo! Beep, 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 beep.
I keep trying to scroll down the page as though I have any control over it.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm so sorry.
Do one of these, like trying to
We're all just conditioned.
Yeah.
If you want me to move to a specific place, I don't mind. Do you want me to move?
No, you're doing great.
It's just a weird, knee-jerk reaction to be like, "There's an arrow on the page. I'm controlling it." Oh no, I'm not.
It happens to me all the time, even when I'm a guest. So I'm just like, "Oh, that's right. I have no control."
So what I love about these pages and all the pages of the book is just the synergy between Alex's art and Ralph's art with the coloring. It's always surprising. It always floors me. And I think that's a great place to be as a creator, to get, constantly amazed by things that kind of cross your computer. And, it's always something that's surprising to me and really just even better than I could think it would be.
but it all, it all comes from the idea and the story. And so if we didn't have anything compelling to work with, and the process for us too is also very kind of involved with all of us from the get-go. So we're all, Aaron does write it, I do, the artwork, Ralph colors, but we're very much, in each other's ear a little bit and asking each other for, you know um, ideas and for opinions. So it's a very close working relationship, which I think is why it has gotten to the point where we just kind of read each other. And I often equate it to like a band that has played together for a lot of, for a number of years, where you can just kind of intuit where your bandmates are going to go, and you kind of just roll with them, and we can, we sort of approximate a version of that when we're creating, and it's a lot of fun. And hopefully
Yeah,
that
and and when you're working together, it's like you want to keep kind of giving things to the other people. So it's like I want to be writing things that I think Alex is going to be enjoying, writing, illustrating and back and forth. So if I'm working on something and I think, oh, I want to do this as a splash page, or I want to do this as a grid, or I'm thinking about doing this as 2 pages. I'll 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 talk to Alex before I get so in the weeds in the script and go, do you want to do this 2 page? Are you interested in the splash page? Because that's what I'm thinking of for this story. And then, we kind of get into it, which is a good relationship to have, and not a lot of co-creators and artist writers, I think, communicate the same way. And I
Yeah.
think it's different. It's different between different teams. I have, other people we both worked with as well, and it's different with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I think that's true.
Yeah. And with the art too, it's one of those things where, the person or the two people that I'm mainly trying to sort of entertain or tickle when I'm drawing is like me and Eric. And hopefully other people find that funny too and are entertained by it as well. But for me, if like Aaron is laughing at stuff I drew, or like, really into a page that I drew, like that's the gauge for me. I'm like, okay, this came out all right. If Aaron and I are loving it, like that's the gauge for me, and hopefully everybody else does too. That would be great. But I think with art, it's one of those things that you don't want it to turn into work, so you kind of have to be enjoying it for yourself to some degree, and I don't think that's selfish to do.
No, it's a trust in taste and tone, and
Mhm.
trying to have the same vision for the same thing, you know.
Yeah, and it's what keeps it enjoyable is when you're
Yeah,
doing that to kind of,
yeah,
for yourself in a lot of ways.
yeah. And like for instance, the bottom of this page, that turn between those two panels was super important, you know, and really comedic to land. Yeah,
And I see it. I always thought it as very Looney Tunes, and people have also mentioned a problematic fave, admittedly of mine, but John Critchfalusi, Ren and Stimpy is one that I get sometimes, that people see a little bit of echoes in that. But for me, it's a lot of Looney Tunes stuff. That's kind of where those crazy reactions come from. And again, like Aaron and I, came up in the same time with a lot of the same influences. So I think he'll be thinking of something, and it'll, and I can see it when he writes it. It's fairly vivid for me, and it usually captures at least somewhat of what he was thinking too. So again, it's just nice to have that, though, be on that same level, pretty constantly, consistently when we're working together.
I agree. I do like it very much. The first thing that came to my mind was Looney Tunes, and then even though I didn't see Ren and Stimpy much, I was like, I can also see Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
yeah,
like,
that's there too, for sure. It's one of those things that we grow up with, and I think, especially like in our sort of Gen Xy, elder millennial, I don't know what the hell the cutoff is for us, but for us, a lot of the people that we grew up idolizing, and we find out later that they've done some pretty terrible things, but it's not that you can just flip a switch and erase that as an influence on you. You can no longer support what they do now, but that's still going to be part of your DNA creatively.
exactly. Agreed 100%.
Yeah.
Let me. Hello, Taka. And then
Hello.
we have some more interiors. I love the guy in the cheetah print.
Our big Caleb.
Yes.
He's one of my
Alex's favorite, I think. I still think your favorite, right?
Oh, he's my favorite. He's just like the most lovable sleazy uncle I could we could have conjured, and it's so fun to draw him because he's just unabashedly so.
I can see that now because of the cheetah print. It was a sign. I didn't want to assume.
He's fun, and they all stand apart from each other as these individual family members, and it's just fun. Just like that's my screensaver. That page is my screensaver.
Yeah.
Which you just noticed. You just noticed that a few weeks ago.
I did.
He says with a question mark.
Very slow these days. Yeah, and there, the fun thing was when Aaron we were first talking about like Crime and Passover, which is the story that we're previewing here. Reading it and seeing the sort of character descriptions, I immediately was starting to envision things, and so it was very quickly something that I knew that I wanted to work with him on, and luckily he liked what I was doing enough to agree to that. So we get to continue to do it now, which is really fun. But these characters are just a blast to work with, and it's more about like culture and big family than anything else. So that's a really fun sandbox to play in, and a very relatable one too, which is one thing we hope people will find in these comics.
I hope so too, because I definitely know I can.
That's
because
awesome.
This book will be mine.
Absolutely, make it so.
Oh, he's so small, or is everybody tall?
He's an imposing attitude, but a small stature.
So he's short. I got it. I'm 4'11". I understand.
Yeah, you'll see in the last panel of this page, you'll see how he stacks up to his cousin.
And then he'll get confused as a 12-year-old, just like me. So I totally understand. He's like, "Hey, where's your parents, young man?" And you're like, "What?
Oh gosh,
I'm 40 or something. I'm actually 30." And then, of course, this is what we have for the very, very top, which is, I believe, is very great to show what the heck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a fun panel. It's a really fun panel.
And what does he say up here?
That's his Hebrew name. He's
yes.
It's like full naming when moms full name their kids. The cousin Hebrew naming his cousin is kind of that same vibe.
I can't wait that when I get to read it, I'll just mispronounce everything on here, and I'm like, I'll just try my best.
Well, you can use us as your phone a friend, and then we'll walk
pronounce
you
this, please.
And I remember seeing that when Aaron first sent me the script, and I'm pretty sure I actually laughed out loud when he Hebrew named him. One of the things that endeared me to the characters.
Well, that's good to know. I didn't even know that. See, now I feel good.
Absolutely.
And even the creator, the writer, is learning, guys. You didn't even know.
We're all learning.
All new things. You can always learn new things.
You never stop learning about your partner.
And then we get to the synopsis. Crime and Passover. At this year's Passover Seder, 12-year-old Ben Feynman is determined to out his cousin Mark as a glory-stealing afikoman thief.
Afikoman thief. Yeah, so afikoman is a piece of matzah that the family hides during the Seder, and then all the kids after the Seder have to try to find it. So it's a competition between all the younger kids every Passover. So that's what Ben has issue with, and thinks his cousin is gaming the system.
Oh. I bet he is. I bet he is.
Right?
Yeah, so he tries to prove that his cousin's been tricking the family for a number of years, and that's the idea of that story.
Mm,
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe Ben. Justice for Ben.
Justice for
I'm with you, Ben.
There's a
That's
T-shirt.
it. We need shirts.
Justice for Ben. Ben deserves it. Oh, I realize these are title names. The
There are title
second
names, yeah.
story is called 8. Synopsis. Ben and Mark are on a quest to find out what they're getting for Hanukkah, but apparently so is someone else. When presents and appetizing start disappearing one day at a time, they set out to uncover who's behind the crime before the last day of Hanukkah. And to do so, they'll need a miracle. One page equals one day in this 8-page story over 8 nights of mystery. Oh, that sounds fun.
It's good times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's like a bit of a puzzle box in terms of the story, because they have some of the mysteries will start at a different point in the mystery. So you have 8 nights, 8 pages, and then you see how it unfolds.
And then each page, which with each ascending page, the art gets worse and worse, just like with presents at Hanukkah.
Yeah, exactly. At the end, it's just socks.
It's just socks.
It's
That's it.
always sucks.
Only rendered socks at that.
Yeah, it's not even a pair of socks. Night 7 is one sock, and night
What's
8 is the other sock.
They're
Yeah.
just dragging that out as long as they can. So yeah, that might be a reason to buy the book.
Wait, is it like not just a pair, or you'll just get one sock?
One
No,
night,
the joke is that as Hanukkah goes on, it's like sometimes it's hard to sometimes hold up 8 nights of amazing presents.
Yeah.
So they're not all something to write home about. So like one night you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, and the other night you'll be like, yeah, all right, it's a pair of socks, and you're like, oh, this is great, it's this. So it's
and then by
hit or
night
miss.
8, you're just getting like a pen.
Yeah. Like look, I found this in the couch.
Good
Happy
one.
Hanukkah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Bic. The ones that come
Why?
in,
Why
with
not start with the less good gifts first, and then you're building up to the best gift at the 8th day?
You would think so. I think that happens as you get older. Would you agree, Alex?
Yeah.
As you get older, it becomes sometimes a little bit more like that.
Yeah, I think as you get older, it becomes just more like you don't get 8 presents anymore. So they're just like, here's what I got you, and that's first night, and then
Yeah.
the rest of the night you're just lighting candles and eating fried potatoes.
Which is
Fried
actually
potato sounds good, actually.
that's really what I'm in it for.
Absolutely. I don't know why we just tend to make them at one time a year. Like, there's no like real good reason, like rational reason to do that. We make
That's
latkes
it.
whenever.
Everyday latkes.
Everyday latkes.
It's my new band.
Mine would be fried potatoes.
That's our new podcast.
Every
Everyday latkes with Aaron and Alex.
Hello, Joey.
What's up, Joey?
Hi,
Joey
hi.
found us. Joey is the gentleman who we're working with, who designed the page and has helped us with quite a bit of our marketing strategy and stuff. Joey's amazing. So
My
hi,
bad.
Joey.
Let me redo all that. Oh my god! Nice to see you. Much better.
I don't know what that was, but I'm into it.
I don't know what's happening.
I was excitedly saying hello, Joey.
Yes,
better.
well, it's always good to see a familiar face
We love
or
Joey.
or icon name thing.
Profile picture, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not that I'm calling Joey an icon. I mean, that's a whole separate. I mean, you're not Cher or anything.
He is, but
yeah, I mean, maybe.
an icon of the Kickstarter design world. Is that a thing? That's a thing. I just made it.
It's like Cher, Prince, Joey.
He's gonna start going by the one name, like all of them. He's just Joey from now on.
Yeah, he's gonna
He
give
says
us real
thank
crap.
you.
He's gonna give us some crap. Oh, they're good. Okay.
And it's time
Ellipses.
for you, Joey. Yeah, I did.
And then the next story is Rich Dad, Purim Dad.
Yeah, you go.
Thank you. I think I said that one better than I did the other times.
Yep.
That was
Everyone-
that was the
everyone a little
winner.
better.
That was the winner.
I immediately forgot it. Purim.
That's okay. It's instantly forgettable.
Purim.
Just think of like purr, like a cat. Purim.
The I that's messing me up. It's supposed to be like, if you write get 'em, it's GETTEM.
Right.
And but it's with the I, but it has an E sound like it is in Spanish.
Oh my gosh. Alex's phonetic Hebrew class is going to go wide.
That was I was
This is
actually
my catfish
I did
pic,
pretty
LOL.
well with that pop quiz. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Surprised myself.
There was one customer that would come in every few months, and out of nowhere he would talk to me in Hebrew, and I was like, I'm sorry, you keep saying this stuff to me, but I'm not going to remember. And he's like, that's why you learn. And I'm like, dude, I don't see you every day. I see you every few months. I'm not going to remember what you teach me. I don't even know how to write what you said. I don't have anything on me. And he's like, next time. And when I finally left retail, I was like, hey, man, you're not going to see me again. And I never learned that Hebrew.
I mean, to
Man,
be very
I wish
clear,
I
do
wish I
not-
knew that story, because when you left retail, you should have said shalom and then took off.
There you go. Hello, mic drop.
Yeah.
I should have. I told him I'm leaving Friday.
On Shabbat?
That's hard.
Erev Shabbat? Really?
That's harder in Hebrew.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, I can see that. Any language is hard to me, though.
It gets
Right,
harder-
and then for
it gets more difficult as you get older. That's why it's recommended, like other developed countries around the world will teach children several different languages when they're younger, because that's obviously when the brain is a little more pliable. But as you get older, it literally gets kind of like stuck in its ways, and it's harder to learn languages. That's just science. So don't
Yeah,
get too
and literally all you remember are Sunday funny references and what you can work them into.
Yeah, I have no usable knowledge in my brain, just like quips and like comedy
Yeah.
bits. That's
My
it.
hard drive is out of space.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm terrible with geography, but I can tell you probably who the Academy Award winner from 1987 was.
I can attest that Alex is terrible with geography.
He told me he lived in Beaverton. I thought it was a different state.
a state, I would have.
No, they're all
I
crazy. They're all crazy cities around here.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of Portland areas, basically.
That's understandable.
And I'm newer here, so it's still getting used to stuff. That was just a dumb joke.
No, it's okay. It's all good. It was hilarious, even if I didn't get it. It's funny.
You gonna give me a pity laugh like my son does? He's very good at that already.
Ha 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 ha.
Basically, and it's he has his real laugh, right? You tickle him or something, and then there's the real laugh, and then you say a stupid joke, and he goes more cute than that. But you can tell he's just giving you a pity laugh.
Like, that's not real.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
No, he knows.
Oh. So
Eventually.
we have Rich Dad, Purim Dad. Hey! David Feynman, Ben's dad takes Purim very seriously, and his costume even more seriously. But when he realizes the family heirloom
Magilla
scroll is missing, it's up to him and Ben to find out who took it. The only problem, everyone is wearing a costume and everyone has a motive. Magilla?
Magilla. Yeah, so it's a scroll.
Magilla.
It's something you read from during Purim. As part of the holiday, and he has a family heirloom version of it that he brings out every year, because Purim is his favorite holiday, the dad, and this year it disappears. and he needs to know where it went. So he enlists his son, he knows is into these mysteries, to try to help him figure it out.
I love that. And then, of course, several pages remain reserved for the be drawn in tiers and are in preliminary. Oh my gosh, preliminary development.
Yes, I don't know
Hey,
if Alex knew this, but we have four be drawn into Purim rewards. You get we draw you, or Alex will draw you or someone you want it to be as part of one of the scenes in the Purim story as a cameo. We had four of them. There's only one left. So
I actually did see that. I was quite surprised.
yeah,
But that's really
yeah.
cool. So yeah, I'm gonna draw. We got you're putting them in per. Did you say that already? You probably did.
I didn't say the name.
Oh, the reward tier is you're putting them in Purim, which Aaron came up with and it's hilarious. So yeah, I'm drawing certain people, the people who back that reward tier, obviously, into a page on that story, Rich Dad Purim Dad, and all but one of those slots are gone. So if that's something that you are interested in, and you get, are we doing a print of the page for everybody?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
so the one backer got the original page, that's already gone. The other ones are
we're doing a
signed and
full 11 by
numbered
17.
signed and numbered prints of the page that you're on.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it'll be full 11 by 17, nice print, and like Aaron said, it'll be limited edition. So yeah, so it's one left. If anybody's interested, jump on it.
Jump on.
I agree.
Okay.
And now we made it to the rewards. And so I'm guessing $5 digital, $12 physical. For the early bird, it's $10 right now for cover A and cover B. But for the regular ones, it's $12 for cover A, cover B physical. And then cover C would be $15 if it's not the early bird. But within the 48 hours right now, it is $12. And then if you want all three covers for this specific one story, it is $35. If you want them signed and remarked, that is $25. It's $75 for cover A plus an art commission, or a cover B and art commission. And then, of course, they have bundle tiers. The bundle tier 1 is 10 units, which is 4 cover A's, 3 cover B's, 3 cover C's for $77. We have bundle tier 2 for $154, 20 units, which is 8 cover A's, 6 cover B's and C's. And then we have the EDU institution bundle tier number 3, also 20 plus units of 8 covers of 8 covers of A, and then 6 covers of B and C for $135.
So that tier is interesting. So that last tier, the education and institution one, is only for religious institutions and schools. So it's 20 copies at a highly discounted cost for, whether it's a community center or a temple or a church or whatever it might be, or a preschool or an older school who might want copies. And it comes with 20 copies, heavily discounted. And then also we will do like a 30 to 45 minute live Zoom and chat with the class or the congregation or whoever you might want. So that's for schools and religious institutions that might be interested in the book.
Nice. That's super nice. We love that. Very educational.
Yeah, we like to try to bake that in a little bit. Again, not too ham-fisted, but it's important.
Of course.
Well, and there's this this long. Aaron and I have talked about this before too. There's this sort of long-standing history of storytelling in the Jewish community, and it's sort of how you continue to pass down traditions and customs and legends and things of that nature. So we like to think we're also participating in that tradition a little bit too, because these are stories, they're fictional, of course, but they have their basis in reality and real people. So it's a bit of a chronicling for us too, a humorous one, but that's part of what we're doing here too.
Yeah, I think it's like since it's any culture, right? Culture is taught through storytelling. Storytelling is what carries on cultural traditions and information, and what your grandparents did, what your great grandparents did. It's all stories that you hear. So I think, storytelling, comics, it's all part of a grand tradition of, being a part of that institution.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the $300 to be drawn into the issue with an art print, and $5 to be drawn into the issue plus original art page. Does that say lo-fi?
No, this is one of one. That one's gone. It was a $500 for
Okay.
the original. Yeah, it was 500 to get the original art page that Alex will draw, because Alex draws everything by hand on paper, right? So
True.
you get the page of original art. So that already, of course, that already went, because it's going to be beautiful.
I'm an analog guy in a digital world, but you did catch me off guard, because when you said lo-fi, the power of suggestion made me think, made me think it's or not. But no, yeah, it's one of one. But it is one lucky backer has already snagged that.
Nice. I now see one of one. It was the number ones that looked off to me for some reason. I thought it was a lowercase L.
I like the word
lowercase
lo-fi
I.
as a general rule.
Yeah, lo-fi's great. I mean, that's a good description of how I draw.
I love lo-fi. Lo-fi is awesome.
Absolutely.
And then we have the Meet the Creative Team. And of course, we have Aaron, who is up here. Well, actually, he's down there. I should probably change that. Hold on. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, there we go. I so
I like the way
up there.
Both of our illustrations of us are holding coffees. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. Like, unbeknownst to us, both of the our author Illos is holding a cup of coffee.
That was my old profile picture. I have
a
few profile pictures of like little emojis that I had made, and I was like, "Can you have me holding a mug? The mug is obviously coffee, but like nobody will know that. It could be tea, but there's no tea bag. Just loose leaf, I guess."
I don't know who's gonna draw a picture of them holding tea. No, this could happen. It could happen. It could happen. I see smaller cups maybe for that.
Just like when it's drinking it, it's not worth it if it's not coffee. That's not true. I do like
to me, I usually use a big one for both tea and coffee. Just to think that you have a bigger quantity.
Yeah, why would you want anything less?
There you go. Yeah, to me, a carafe of coffee is just one cup. It's just one.
I need a draw me drinking coffee tier.
Dude, yes. See, this is why we work.
Oh my gosh! Very
good. Good job, Joey.
There you go,
Joey. Wonderful. But actually,
we love you, Joey.
That would have been funny, though. Honestly,
I do too.
Maybe we'll do that. Ralph. Maybe a new sketch goal.
Draw me drinking coffee. I will only do sketches of you drinking coffee.
That's
or
it.
Any character you want.
Exactly.
Spider-Man drinking coffee. Yeah, be great.
Hellboy drinking coffee. Yeah, we can do this for a while.
I
see Raph and Veronica didn't get the memo. Where's their coffee?
No coffee. It predated us. It's off. It's off. It's off panel. It's in the gutters.
That's right. Those are too cropped. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what you don't see is Ralph is double fisting the coffees underneath. Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. I like that better, Joey. You know why?
But instead it's backers drawing Alex and Aaron.
Why would I hate you? That's genius, because here's the thing. They're going to pay us for me to do less work.
That's
brilliant.
Yeah, and then you can create an art book of what they draw and then put that on Kickstarter.
There you go.
It's just a real wag the dog kind of scenario. And then so Ralph was our collaborator on the last two projects we did. The second one being another short we did for the Cloakroom. that's going to be in 5, which is a completely different story. It's kind of a supernatural coming of age kind of thing with a witch, and it's really fun. So we did that together. Ralph did that, and Veronica, our editor on this book, is also co-editor with Jerry of the Cloakroom. So she was one of the original editors that worked with us on the short. So we like a good
Ooh.
we like a good family affair, you know.
Yeah, so we keep saying we brought the band back together, and we did in a lot of ways.
True. And then, what did you say Veronica did again?
She's our editor.
Thank you, Veronica, for all your hard work. Editing is super hard.
Especially when you're working with Aaron and me.
Yeah, we're tough.
A rough custom.
And that's why
tough.
you need someone tougher.
That's right, and Veronica is. Without a doubt.
And then we have
Yes.
Taylor.
The amazing Taylor Esposito, who's lettered everything by everybody. He was our letterer on the Crime and Passover short that started it all.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, he was.
I do like the lettering here. The lettering doesn't get enough love. Neither does editing.
Yeah, colorists, letters, and editors are probably the unsung heroes of comics.
Yes. And then we have an important note from the team. The book is currently being completed. Any preview pages or artwork shown are samples and may be, oh my gosh, it's that word again, preliminary works in progress.
Yes, it's all the small print.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. I got you. While we don't anticipate delays, unforeseen circumstances outside our control may affect the projected schedule. Once items are shipped, delivery timelines are determined by USPS. Please note that shipping will be charged following the campaign for physical backers. As independent creators managing every stage of production ourselves, the full cycle from artwork to printing to distribution can take longer than traditional publishing timelines. Depending on printer queues, self-production realities, and fulfillment logistics, timelines may range from 2 months up to 1 year. Clear communication is a priority. If timelines extend beyond expectations, all backers will be updated on full transparency. All funds collected through pledges go directly towards covering or reimbursing essential costs such as printing, cover art design, and marketing. Your support directly fuels the creative process, and we are deeply grateful for your understanding and encouragement. The team.
There you go. We're nothing if not a team.
Yeah.
And then managed by Geek Collective. I've never heard of Geek Collective before.
That's Joey.
No, that's Joey.
What's up, Joey?
Oh, production artists never get love. Oh, it's true. It's true.
You do with us, pal.
Should.
Oh man, that's the shirt you're gonna wear, Joey.
Yeah, he's a fantastic production artist. So we'll give him his dues. We'll give him his flowers.
But just today.
Just today. Only when he's listening.
Mm-hmm. So Geek Collective is a. How am I supposed to pronounce that? Latinx?
Latinx, I believe.
Why is there an extra I in it? There's. Why is there an extra? Is there an N and an I?
It's like what we missed. I don't claim to be an expert by any means, but I don't know what Latinx is.
It was I believe it's supposed to be the Latinx, the word Latin.
I think so. No.
X or Latinx, literally Latinx, or it's pronounced one or both of those ways. It's supposed to be representative of people who don't identify as just male or female. So some who identify as like non-binary would not be Latino or Latina. They would be Latinx or Latinx. There's also another word called Latin,
Oh, I see. I looked it up too.
Latine. And that one is not popular. Do like it though, but it's whatever what they want to be called, I guess.
There you go.
I've not met a Latinx, but I talk to people who know about them because I don't know anything about it, and I'm a Latina.
Well, we're
I
all
learned from
learning new
them.
things today.
Exactly. And then so it's an Arizona-based business. There, we are proud to manage this project with a variety of diverse creators who are people of color from all over the world. When you pledge to a Geek Collective managed project, you are supporting a diverse community. We offer full-service comic book creative art solutions, everything from concept to shelf. Geek Collective contracts working comic pros who are skilled writers, letterers, sequential artists, cover artists, colorists, designers, and more. Geek Collectives has successfully partnered with creators who have published works with Marvel, DC Comics, Image, Boom Studios, IDW, Scout Comics, Band of Bards, Zenscope, Aftershock, Mad Cave, and so much more. If you would like to know more.
I don't know any of those guys. Alex, do you?
Never heard of them.
What's
You
going
never
on?
heard of them?
Never heard of them.
Which one have you not heard of?
No,
None of them. None of them. We've heard of all of them. Yes, of course.
We're just giving hard times.
Nah, it's okay because I was like, no way, you guys don't know, and I for some reason know. It's usually the opposite.
What's a Marvel? What's a Xenoscope?
That's exactly it.
It's when you go to the doctor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have risks and challenges, an important
It'll
role
only
from the
sting
from
for
the
a minute.
team. The book is currently being completed. Any preview pages or artwork shown or samples, blah blah blah. And then yeah, you already went through this part.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to ask you both a question, if that's okay.
Oh, look at our number.
Hey!
Oh, snap!
Hey!
Hey, I didn't have to refresh.
2000, man. All right.
Oh my gosh. It's still this is still the first 24 hours. That's pretty It's pretty exciting.
I'm just excited for you guys. Here's the second hand.
This is Alex's excited face. Look. And now this is Alex's sad face. It's the same face.
It's the same
no,
face.
It's not.
I'm not as bad as Raymond Holt on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I'm hard to read sometimes.
Oh, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I've watched every episode. That show's hilarious.
So good.
I don't think I've seen season 8. That or it felt like it was like a blur dream because I get like what's it called? Compilations on YouTube from Brooklyn Nine-Nine all the time. And then I'm glad that they tell you what season and episode it is because I'm not going to remember. And then I see anything from season 7. I'm like, I remember some of these, but as soon as we get to season 8, I'm like, I don't remember any of
I had
that.
to change platforms because, some streaming services only have certain seasons. And then they're like, you want to see the most recent season, you have to go to this platform. And I'm like,
go to Peacock.
No. Yeah.
And I had Peacock, and that's where I watched it. I had it for free for a while, and then I didn't. And then I have Netflix, and Netflix doesn't have all of them. And then I found out about the 8th season, and I'm like, I don't want to get Peacock. I mean, I'm not paying for Netflix. That's my dad's account. But
that show was good throughout all the seasons. It didn't get crappy.
No.
So it was real solid.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I didn't dislike a season at all.
That show was good. Right. Oh, and hey, with this new number, this unlocked our first stretch goal.
Yeah. The bookmarks.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, we love bookmarks.
Bookmarks unlocked, and we can put them up. We have those designed. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to ask, how did you guys get into comic books?
Well, that could keep us here for a while. I'll try to do a condensed version.
What is your origin story?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, right. It's like NASCAR. Just listen to the first couple sentences and then leave for 3 hours. come back and I'll be finishing up. No, it's like most kids, I think, and most creators. I found comics really early. They kind of stuck with me. I love the format. All the fandoms for us, I think, growing up, all kind of collided. Again, comics, Saturday morning cartoons, Spielberg movies, all of those things, fantasy. So yeah, I think I just kind of latched onto that because it was a format that really spoke to me, the way that the sort of text and the pictures, the illustrations work together. And just kind of decided that that's what I wanted to do at one point. And it took me a while to kind of commit to that, but that's how I came to it. It just was sort of something that found me early and took me a while to get actually commit to. But it's going okay, and I'm enjoying it, and that's what matters.
Nice.
Yeah, that's about as truncated as I could do.
There you go. It's pretty good. And yeah, and not dissimilar. It's something that the bug bit me at a very young age. Sort of loving comics, loving the format, loving graphic novels. Started off with the digest size, grocery store counter, Archie's and Richie Riches and the Marvel collections, and then working through to things that got more complicated, like Grant Morrison's Animal Man series and Watchmen, and just seeing how storytelling, you could tell any genre of story, and the idea of writing within comics is amazing to me because the collaboration is unlike anything else. It's a small group of collaborators, and the interpretation of the story is fantastic. And you can write any genre. There's no budget, in terms of, do you want an explosion or do you want a quiet thing in a room? You could do anything. And the possibilities there always interested me. So it's been something I wanted to do for a long time. And then, working in different fields creatively, always pursuing, comics and this passion for it, brought Alex and I here together to our first Kickstarter today, with this launch that we're just really happy about. And we want more people to join our journey and be part of the story and share something that we feel is a book that's a lot of fun and really joyful. And we think right now that's important.
Make our family your family. That's what we say.
Mm-hmm.
Mi casa is su casa.
Mi familia es su familia.
Exactly. We got it. And of course, from Blizzy, we got a woo.
Thank you, Zanti.
Yay!
Yay!
Appreciate
All right, looks like we're gonna have to end it here today, everyone. Just so you know, it is pinned for the Kickstarter in the chat, and it is also in the description. I also put their Instagrams in the description so you can follow them if you would like. And then I have nothing else that's important, probably a StreamYard link on the bottom that I'm not allowed to take out. They won't let me, man. They won't let me. It's kind of scary.
I'm the man.
Every time I try to delete it, they're like, haha, you can't do that. You got to pay us if you want to delete it. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Knock on the door. Yeah.
Exactly. The link is kind of useless. It won't do anything for you. StreamYard has gotten unnecessarily expensive. Look, they changed the logo. It's a duck with a money sign on it now. Why does it have a money sign?
Don't know.
No, it looks like an S. It looks like an S.
It is an S. I'm sorry.
But is it a headphone? Is it supposed to be a headphone?
It is a headphone. I literally thought it was a money bag this entire time because I'm blind. I have glasses, guys.
Well, maybe he's a really cold duck.
He'd be so.
It's like an earmuff. I don't know.
I think it's now an earmuff. And so now you guys know that I'm stupid.
Nah.
And then I'm glad I did this on stream because that's what makes it funny.
It is
and then we got Scrooge McDuck. Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
This is us figuring it out together. We're problem solvers, all of us. That's what we are at the end of the day.
Yeah. We're busting everything.
There you go.
And so that's where we're going to end the stream on. I hope everybody has a nice night or a nice day, evening, wherever you are. I hope the moonlight treats you well. Please don't change into a werewolf during that time.